So today I'm talking about how to inject your pigs. So how do you inject your pigs? Mind you, the needle you are going to use is not a normal needle which you use in injecting pigs. So I'm going to show you an example of what I'm saying. So if you're injecting your pigs, when you buy your syringe, when you buy your 5 milligram syringe, it usually comes like this. It usually comes in this form, like this, and with this needle. It comes with this needle, with this blue needle. And now this blue needle is one you use in injecting human beings. But if you're injecting animal, it's not advisable to use this kind of needle. But you are going to use this kind of syringe, this 5 mils syringe, or you can use the 10 mil syringe or 20 mil. Is just there are so many syringe you can use different ones. There are 5 mil, there are 10 mil, there are 20 mil, I think so. So now, if you're injecting, don't use this kind of needle. Why do I say don't use this kind of needle? Because what you are injecting, they are animals, and animals tend to be, very, very resistant when you are trying to inject them, because of course it's going to be painful. So they will at some point try to shake their body or try to resist you or try to run from you. And now if you are using this kind of needle, eventually as you're struggling with them, it's going to break off. It is going to break off. So it's always advisable that you don't use this kind of needle. Now, this is my friend here. He's one of my friends. He has been disturbing. So I had to separate him and put him in a separate pen. So what you do is, if you want to inject your pigs, get this needle. This is a 20 gauge needle, iron needle. As you can see, it's short, it's stronger, and it's much more it's more of steel than this one. This one is just like rubber. This one is just like rubber. Any small thing can break. But this one is pure iron, 20 gauge iron needle. Now, where can you get this kind of needle? Go to an animal vet shop or meet any veterinary doctor and ask them for a 20 gauge animal injection needle. This needle you are seeing here, and of course they'll give it to you. So if you are trying to inject your animal, there are 2 places you can inject your animals. Personally, what I use, there are about like 3 or 4 places on an animal's body where you can inject them. So right now I'm talking about the pigs. So there are like 4 places on the pig's body where you can inject them. But me personally, I like to inject them on 2 places because those 2 places are the easiest places to inject. But one is more preferable than the other one. So the first place I usually inject is on the neck, behind the ear. So what you do, I'm going to also show you guys an experiment. But what you do is you find your pig, or you go to your pig's pen, and then you hold them by the ears. Now they will struggle for a bit, but when they calm down, then you inject them. But it's always advised that you do this thing with 2 people, or that you do it with one person. One person will hold the pig, and then your own job is to inject, so as to make it easier for you. Unlike when you're the one holding the pig and also the one trying to inject it, it's going to be more of a hectic job, a very troublesome job, because pigs tend to be stubborn when you're about to inject them. So it's always advised that you do it with someone. So as I was saying, now the first place is behind the ear. I'll show you guys an experiment. The next place is on the thighs of the leg. Of the leg. Now, there are different types of injection. We have the subcutaneous injection, which you inject below the skin fold. There is an intramuscular injection, which you inject directly into the muzzle. There is also an intravenous injection. Now, if you are trying to perform an intravenous injection, which rarely happens, because in most cases, you can use the intramuscular to replace the intravenous. So most of these medications are like use intramuscular or use intravenous. So people tend to use intramuscular, which tends to be easier. Now, as I was saying about the subcutaneous, you have to, if you want to inject the subcutaneous, you simply raise the animal skin, the skin fold, and then inject it at an angle of 45 degrees. Don't worry, I'll show you guys an experiment. I'm just saying all these things so that if I enter the pen, I'll just show you guys the experiment. This is my guy. I'm going to use my guy for the experiment. So let me enter the pen and show you guys what I'm saying, so you guys can better understand. So, so about if you want to inject on the neck, behind the neck, see where you inject. You take your needle. This is a 20 gauge needle. Sorry. So you go, as I was saying, if you want to inject, where you inject is exactly here. Here. That is exactly where you inject. That's behind the ears, behind the ear. The pig is angry, so I could not go in and show you guys the example in the pen. It has been angry since today. So that's why I'm trying to not enter the pen and do the video. So that's basically it, guys. You inject it behind the ears. Now, before you inject your animal, always check. For example, this is Capromec. Always check the prescribed dosage. You can't go and give your animal a dosage that is not meant for it. For example, they wrote on the drug that you should give 1 meal per 20 kg, and you know that your animal is weighing 50 kg, and you're going to give it 5 meal. Doesn't make any sense. If your animal is weighing 50 kg and they say that you should give 1 meal per 20 kg, that means you should give your animal 2.5 kg and not 5 kg, that 5 meal that you are giving it. So always know the dosages that are written in the drugs prescription and dosages. So that's it on today's video. Thank you guys, and see you guys in the next video.